Okay, guys. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon. We're getting into the back half of this chapter. We're going to be writing some inequalities. Um, so let's go ahead and get circled up on this homework. Uh, so let's go ahead and flip it. We just have basically 1 through 30 tonight. So you have 1 to 30, so you just circle them up if you want. We can get through this. Good lesson. Uh, Highly recommend you take your time and go through this. But just circling for you right now. And then finally, we have the whole thing, right? So we have some work to do. It's a good lesson. Even this stuff back here, some distributive property and so on. So, okay. Today we're going to be dealing with inequalities. And just as a quick recap, I'm going to just use this piece of paper here so I don't waste any more. But, we have four types of inequalities that we're going to deal with. We have a less than sign, and we have a greater than sign. And when we graph these, we're going to use a circle, but we're not going to fill it in. Okay? You'll see how this fits together in a minute. When we use a less than or equal to sign or a greater than or equal to sign, we're going to use a circle, but we are going to fill it in. And that's because it's going to include that number where we are. And I'll talk to you about that quite a bit. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get into this data practice here and see what we have is here. Okay. All right. So the movie will be no more than 90 minutes in length. Okay. So could it be 90 minutes? Yes. So I'm going to write with 90 in movie. Okay. So it can be no more than 90, but it could be 90. If it could be that number, I start with that. It could be equal to that. Can't be greater than, has to be less than. So the movie is less than or equal to 90. And that's writing the inequality. All right. So again, I used this equal to sign because the movie could be equal to that, but it can't be 91 and it can't be 92. Let's try number 2. The mountain is at least 985 feet tall. Okay, it's at least that. So here's my mountain. Here's 985 feet. It's at least that. Could it be smaller than that? No, it could be greater than. So the mountain is greater than or equal to 985 feet. Okay. So getting these down and understanding, what these inequalities means is important. We got to get out of the alligator eats a bigger number and we point to the smaller number. Okay. Okay. Next up is some graphing, and this is fun because what we get to do is manipulate a number line here, and really what I like to do is try to get this number in the middle. So I'll start at maybe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, you can change your interval according to the numbers. It's really cool. But a is less than or equal to 6. So when I go to the number 6, I'm going to circle it. Now, if you remember, I prefaced this lesson with two types of circles, an empty one and one that was full or filled in. This was less than or equal to. This was less than or greater than. This was less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Well, there it is. So when it could be that number, we have to fill in the circle. All right. So when you have that equal to that sign, you have to fill in. A is less than or equal to 6. And there it is. Any number less than 6 works for this inequality, 6 included. So 6 is equal to 6. 5 is less than 6. 4 is less than 6, and so on. Let's try that again with the next one, number 4. I have that here, so I'm just going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't have an equal to sign, so I'm going to come to the number 4 and circle it. I am not going to fill it in because it doesn't include that number. B is greater than 4. Any number greater than 4 works for that solution or that inequality. Okay? So you're understanding when to fill it, when to leave it empty. And that's important. Okay? Tasha can spend no more than $40 on a new pair of boots. Write and graph an inequality to describe how much she can spend. Okay. Well, here's my boots, and here's 40. She can spend no more. Can she spend 40? Yes. So it's equal to 40. but she can't spend more than that, so it has to be less than or equal to. Okay? Now, just for the sake of argument, I'm going to change up my interval a little bit here. So I'm going to start with 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So I changed my interval just to show you that you can. Okay? I'm going to come to the number 40 and circle it. Certainly going to fill it in because there's an equal to sign there. Okay? And I'm going to draw that arrow that way. Why? Because B is less than or equal to 40. And there you have it. So it's a good start writing some inequalities, knowing when to use an empty circle, knowing when to use a full circle. Okay, let's continue on here. All right, let's do, I don't know, maybe the first few here. It's a good lesson. It's something new, but it's not super hard, which is nice. All right, let's do number 1. Swim practice will be no more than 35 laps. Here's practice. Here's 35. Could it be 35 laps? Yes, it will be no more. So P is less than or equal to 35. It can't be more than 35, right? Okay, no graphing there. Number 2, Kevin ran for less than 5 miles. All right, he ran R 5 miles. He ran less than 5. He didn't run 5 miles. He ran less than 5. So R is less than 5. Okay, that's just the numbers we were doing. Number 3, the occupancy of the room must be less than 437 people. All right, so people, 437. Must be less, can't be 437, has to be 436, 435, and so on. Okay? Okay, excellent. All right, let's move on. We're going to graph one of these. I'm going to graph 5. I'm going to let you do 4 and 6, and we're going to hit number 7 and 8. Okay? All right, number 5. X is less than or equal to 5. All right, so here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here's 5, here's 6. I'm going to the number 5. I'm circling it. I'm going to fill it in. And I'm going to draw my line this way because X is less than or equal to, the circle is full, 5. Okay? And again, your interval's up to you. I try to get a number or two above it and a couple numbers below it. All right? All right, hope we're doing okay. Number 7. A rewritable compact disc must have less than 20 songs on it. Write and graph an inequality. Okay, here's my songs. Here's 20. Has to have less than 20. Right? No problem. And now I'm going to graph it. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oops, 21. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to 20. I'm going to circle it, and I'm going to go that way. Right? Okay. And let's take a look at number 8 here. So this is just a chart, whatever you want to call it, it's mnemonic, whatever it is, it's fine. Greater than, open dot. Greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. Closed dot. Full dot, whatever you want to call it. Less than. Open dot. When we graph it. Less than or equal to. All right, so it's less than or equal to, and it is a closed dot. So there you have it, folks. That's the first start of it. You have 1 to 30 tonight. Get that done. Have a good day.